my little TisaTells, how you doing today? All I have to say is that was quick. Yo, what am I talking about? Kim Kardashian has done everything she can, throwing the copier, the kitchen sink, and the dresser up against the door to now distance herself from Pete Davidson, the man last week she was scrambling to use for PR cover skill. Now, listen, you know it's official because TMZ has come out and literally issued an official denial. And you know, I think TMZ is Kim Kardashian Central. They said, Kim and Pete, we're still not in touch. Rekindling stories or BS. Was they BS when you were trying to use anything you could to keep from the anti-everybody storm that was your husband and protector Kanye West? But don't worry, y'all. Kim has not learned her lesson because she has found somebody new to glom onto. Who, you may ask? Well, I'll give you a hint. One, she accused them a few years ago of threatening her family and her then husband. She probably went on a Twitter rant to let them know what's up, right? And this person has been accused of sleeping with her mother and all her sisters and her too. I know what you're saying. That could be anybody in Calabasas. Y'all, I'm talking about Drake. Kim, Chris, and all of them are such weirdos. But let's not forget, Kanye made a song lusting after her sisters. And Kim was like, it's actually very romantic. So you know the Kardashian, this is the same person, Kris Jenner, did she sleep with Drake? I don't know, but your son named Rob, I assume that's your blood son, was sucking your toes on national television for a plot line. So I don't know the way that family rolls. Y'all, let's get into this mess. But before we do, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Don't forget, yes, your girl was gone. I did a live explaining why, full transparency, but your girl is back. Hit that like button in rare form. Let's get to this BS. Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson have moved on, at least for the time being, from being a couple and are still not in communication, despite some recent reports. The reports came from Kim's camp. The Kardashians, everybody says, controls the media. The reports came from your camp. But now that Pete suffered a meltdown on set, if you want the details, go watch the other video. There's a whole, just search Pete Davidson on my channel. Put in Pete or Skeet. But anyway, he suffered a violent meltdown on set. He broke a TV in half. Through candles, to which who said, I think it was Iman. Somebody in my comments was like, what does Pete have candles? You sent Kim a $13 candle, the other ones you were throwing around. It broke through a window and broke a windshield of a car. He threw coffee around it. I know the coffee was on some needy stuff, like, now what do I got to do with this? He had a full-on meltdown, to which I said, man, I guess Kanye had the answers, because Kanye was saying the whole time, Pete is not stable and should not be around his children. And for that bright Professor Knife science guy, that's how they got me in my comments, because when I said that, they were like, well, Kanye's not stable too, so why is he around his kids? And I said, you're comparing the Hollywood pass-around, complete stranger, to 4 kids being mentally unstable, having stints at rehab, as opposed to their biological father who's always been involved in their life. These are equal to you? These are equal? Dummy, shut up. Anyway, let's get back into this report. Sometimes I'll be reading those comments and just be air punching, like, you can't be serious, right? Anyway, they said sources close to the former pair tell us stories that Pete's been reaching out to Kim in light of Kanye's latest episode are flat out false. In fact, we're told the two have not seen each other or been in communication at all lately. Our sources say Kim and Pete would remain friendly if they came face to face. There's no bad blood, but each has their own things going on right now. Kim with her work and Pete with various movie and TV projects. As for whether the two will ever get back together, they're saying the scenario is highly unlikely. Listen, let me tell y'all something, right? I always thought it was crazy that the world was acting like Kim wasn't the toxic one in the situation. And again, only 2 things can be true. Kim is attracted to toxic people, or she is the toxic person. But you know what they say, if you keep having a problem and it keeps following you around through everything, you're the issue. Not so much that you're the one causing, but you are creating the same recipe for whatever ails you to keep happening over and over and over, right? Speaking of which, again, Kanye acted a fool, burnt the kingdom down. You ran under Pete's good white umbrella, right? To save you. Pete started melting down. Now you're trying to distance yourself away from him. So who are you scurrying up under now? Let's talk about this Drake, Kris Jenner, Kim mess. First of all, Kim's following Drake on Instagram again. She's following Drake on Instagram. Drake is now following her. Let's not forget the whole debacle with Kiki, Do You Love Me? That song was supposed to be about Kim. Don't come in my comments being like, oh, whatever, right? Coupled with the fact of Kanye did that. Remember, he went on live and said, Drake, respect my family, stay away from my family. Now, do I know if Kim slept with Drake? No. Would I be surprised if I found out Kim slept with Drake? No, because you guys might not remember, but back then, before Instagram was a thing, the Kardashians were out in those streets. Kim likes to sit here and talk about all these new age groupies. Baby, you are old player from the Himalayas, and your mama taught you well. And according to the book, autobiography about Kris Jenner, her mama, don't sleep on MJ. Don't sleep on MJ. My point in all saying all this is, when Kanye let it out that Drake might have slept with Kris Jenner, all this other stuff, right? All right. Everybody scoffed. I said, Kris Jenner had her son sucking her toes on national TV. I don't know what she gets up to, right? And Corey Gamble and his little pink jumpsuit, what is that stopping? Honestly, Corey might even be the handler. I'm just saying, it's jokes, but you never know what happens in like those old Calabasas wild things. Drake was then antagonizing Kanye for a while. For whatever reason, Kanye wanted him to stay away from Kim. This was a video from last night at the Fashion Council Award. Why do I keep saying the Fashion Council Award? The award that the Fashion Council gave to Skims because Jeff Bezos sponsored it, right? The richest man in the world now wants to get into fashion. Shows a really, really different story. Let's also not forget, on her story, she is putting Drake's music on everything. At this point, she's literally doing the same thing with Drake that she did with Diddy over the thing. And it's actually really sad when you think about it. It's sad, even though it's Kanye's own bed he made. And I don't understand. It's almost like he surrounds himself with people that it's sad when you think about it. Kanye made this song. You literally got on national TV, ran interference for this woman, put your life, put your reputation on the line, did this, did that, and at the end of the day, she made friends with everybody who was your enemy, actively promoting them, starting Drake again. Let's also not forget that when she was with Drake, she literally posted, "Don't you ever threaten me or my family again. Stay away from us." Let's not forget when she actually posted that, right? Let's not forget that the trainer that Kanye said was trying to do all this and that, Kim Kardashian. Let's not forget that Kanye accused Kim of showing up with a team of doctors in Wyoming to try to commit him, and Britney Spears him. And then you still begged for her back, didn't want the divorce, fighting for your family. I don't know. Everybody in this situation is sick. Everybody in this situation is confused. Everybody in this situation is a mofo, down to Drake's zesty mess, trying to come from Meg Thee Stallion. If y'all ain't know I'm a hottie, right? Trying to come for Meg Thee Stallion, back to him embracing Kris Jenner, back to that fake mafia boss thing, and back to Kim following her and befriending all of Kanye's enemies just because this woman accused Drake of threatening to do her husband and her family harm. And now she's chilling with him. Are we just supposed to forget, man? Kim ain't never, ever, ever going to change. Kanye literally took himself out the race. Let's see if Kim does the same thing. Anyway, my little TisaTells, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.